wake up staring at the same cracked ceiling. Every line above my head feels like a warning. I'm moving circles in this tiny room. Clothes on the chair, pills on the nightstand. My phone lights up then dies in the dark. Another message I pretend I didn't see. I feed myself with half-finished plans, promises I know I'll never keep. I keep rehearsing what I'd say if I was honest, but the words taste like metal on my tongue. I keep telling everyone I'm fine, but my chest shakes every time I lie. I'm drowning in the quiet of my own mind, sinking under thoughts I never say out loud. I wear a smile like it's part of the uniform, but every laugh feels borrowed from someone else. If you could hear the noise behind my eyes, you'd never call this silence again. I drag my body through another day. Every mirror screams a different version of me. I'm either too much or never enough, a walking apology wrapped in skin. The ones I love don't know what to do. They talk like there's a manual for this. Just get some rest, try to go outside, like sunlight ever fixed a heart like mine. I keep deleting every message I write, because I'm scared you'll finally believe me. I'm drowning in the quiet of my own mind, sinking under thoughts I never say out loud. I wear a smile like it's part of the uniform, but every laugh feels borrowed from someone else. I don't recognize myself. I keep a list of all the ways I let you down, folded in my wallet like a photograph. Some nights I swear I see you in the hallway, but it's just my guilt walking past. If I finish in the middle of a sentence, just know I tried to stay long enough to matter. I'm drowning in the quiet of my own mind, sinking under thoughts I never say out loud. I wear a smile like it's part of the uniform, but every laugh feels borrowed from someone else. If there's a way to live that doesn't feel like this, I haven't found it yet. I wake up staring at the same cracked ceiling. And wonder how much much longer, it'll still be me. I learned your rules before I learned my name. You built a throne out of the things I feared. Claimed it was wisdom every time I disappeared. You said that torment was a lesson I should keep, but your guidance only taught me how to sleep. You crowned yourself a savior of my flaws, but every word you spoke rewrote my laws. I let you sculpt the parts of me trusted hands that only knew how to erase. I carried fate like anchors at my spine, until the weight revealed it wasn't mine. Take your hollow crown, it never fit my head at all. You carved your truth into my skin and called it my fault. When I fall, I won't bow down to the image you design. I'm done mistaking all your shadows for something divine. For something divine. You used devotion like a leash I couldn't see, teaching restraint while feeding off of me. You called my doubt a sin I had to fight, but your certainty was just another blight. I tried to breathe inside the mold you cast, but every inhale echoed from the past. You framed the pain as proof of something pure, but nothing sacred leaves you this unsure. I trusted everything you claimed to be, until I learned what it costs to believe. Take your hollow crown, it never fit my head at all. You carved your truth into my skin and called it my fault. When I fall, I won't bow down to the image you design. I'm done mistaking all your shadows for something divine. If your love was meant to heal me, why did it feel like being bound? Take your hollow crown, it never fit my head at all. You carved your truth into my skin and called it my fault. When I fall, I won't bow down to the image you designed. Your throne was never holy, it just kept me blind. I learned your rules, and now I break them all the time. get the hell out of my ear. Feel the trigger, my finger is shaking. This is the sound of a soul breaking. I don't care what comes tomorrow. I don't care about the sorrow. Right here, right now, the switch is flipped and my grip has slipped. I wanna blow this shit up, tear it out, rip it out, don't stop. I lose control, I burn the brain. This is a life that you can't take. Let's break it all tonight. Just you and me in the fire. Right tomorrow I might fall apart, but tonight I stab you in the heart. Tonight I will smash the glass, punch the wall. I wanna watch the kingdom fall. No more puppet, no more. I am the chaos that the night brings. Hard and tight. Tomorrow, whatever tomorrow, doesn't matter. It's just about surviving the night. It's just about winning the fight. Me versus you, get the fuck out of my head. Blink. I wanna blow this shit up, tear it out, I rip it out, don't stop. I lose control, I burn and break. This is a life that you can't take. Let's break it all tonight. Just you and me in the fire. Right tomorrow might fall apart, but tonight I stab you in the head. Today I win. 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 I keep my malice in my mouth so I don't bite. Smile through the pressure like it's working out fine. You call me stable when I'm barely holding shape, but you don't see the splinters in the way I breathe. I'm one bad second from the end of me. I learned to talk like nothing matters. Keep it light, keep it small, keep it harmless. I keep a temper in a locked room. Feed it patience till it turns into a vacuum. You want me calm, you want me useful. You want the version that stays controllable. So I sand my edges down to bone, then wonder why I feel nothing when I'm alone. If I let it out, you'll finally see the part of me you trained me not to be. Say you didn't know you built this in me. I keep my malice in my mouth so I don't bite. Smile through the pressure like it's working out fine. You call me stable when I'm barely holding shape, but you don't see the splinters in the way I breathe. Keep it in, keep it in, keep it in, keep it in. I'm one bad second for not you, me. I don't need enemies, I bring my own. I drag them around like a cell phone glow. I rehearse disasters in the quiet, then act surprised when my hands start shaking. You say relax like it's a switch I miss. like my head is in a room full of flares. I keep apologizing for the fire, while you keep handing me matches in the skies. I'm tired of being better on demand, tired of holding water in my hand. If I said it's not, it's only all the years. I keep my malice in my mouth so I don't bite. Smile through the pressure like it's working out fine. You call me stable when I'm barely holding shape, but you don't see the splinters in the way I breathe. Keep it in, keep it in, keep it in, keep it in, keep it in. I'm one bad second from it to me. I'm one bad second from living to me. I tried to be gentle with the mind that hates me. I tried to be normal with the storm in my teeth. I'm not help, I'm just waiting for you. I'm not okay, I'm just easy to use. I swallow rage like it's a dilate vitamin, and you clap when I don't let it out. I kept my malice in my mouth, now I spit it out. I'm done being the calm you can't live without. You called me stable while I rotted in place. Now watch me break the image you framed on my fake knife. I'm not your bride, babe. I'm a person in pain. Say you didn't know, and prove you never cared. I wander through the emptiness in my veins, a ghost behind the glass of all the unknown pains. The world kept turning while I froze in time, lost to every voice that tried to make me shine. But something deep inside refused to die. A flicker in the darkness, a burning cry. Awaken from the silence, I will break this sleep. You can't define my story if you don't believe. I will rise beyond the shadows that you've cast. I will breathe life beyond the ruins. I feel the tremor underneath the things I swore were stable. You said the cracks were nothing more than growing pains, but every step we took just echoed with decay. I try to stitch together pieces of the past, but every thread unraveled twice as fast. The way you never saw kept hollowing me out. I swallowed storms so you could drown your doubt, but healing isn't mercy when you're breaking into dust, and faith becomes a burden you can't trust. If there's a lifeline buried deep beneath this fading ground, I need to find it now. Pull me from the edge, I'm falling through the fault lines of our past. Every promise that we made was built on something never meant to last. If everything collapses into light tonight, let me be the part of me I couldn't save in life. I've watched the fracture spreading faster than my breath, tracing all the ways you learned to call me less. You said the chaos kept you tethered to the real, but all I saw was hurt you refused to feel. You held your grief like armor welded to your chest, and swung it on whenever you felt pressed. I broke myself to carry everything you dropped, but every time I lifted you, I stopped. If there's a spark inside the wreckage left of what we tried, I need it as my guide. Pull me from the edge, I'm falling through the fault lines of our past. Every promise that we made was built on something never meant to last. If everything collapses into light tonight, let me be the part of me I couldn't save in life. This is the grief I never learned, let you see. This is the part of me you let bleed free. When everything crumbled, you go with me. When all I ever needed was for you to stay. And if hope survives the ruins, I pray it still remembers me. Pull me from the edge, I'm falling through the fault lines of our past. Every promise that we made was built on something never meant to last. If everything collapses into light tonight, maybe I'll become the part of me I lost in love. I feel the tremor underneath the things I swore were stable. your shame is now the path I walk in flame. No chains remain, no ties to break my will. I rise from the ruins of the lies you instill. It's burning out the scars. I claim the right to my life. I reclaim who we are. We're the unbound. We're the flame you fear. No chains remain. The end is here. The end is here. The end is here. I lost myself in the room you left empty. You took the part of me that still believed in something. Left me staring at the floor, shaking, trying not to scream. Every memory hits like a fist against my ribs. And I swallow the pain because I'm scared of what spills out. Why did you cut me out and walk away? I tried to hold myself together, but these hands won't stop shaking. You left your fingerprints inside my chest, a bruise I can't explain to anyone. I keep replaying every moment you turn cold, wondering what version of me you decided to bury. I'm still crawling through the pieces you abandoned, trying to breathe through the holes you made in me. You said the pain would fade when you were gone, but all it did was learn how to grow. And it grew into something I can control. Some nights I hear myself whisper your name, just to remember what it felt like to matter. I hate that I still feel your shadow on my skin, like a stain that refuses to fade. You turn my trust into I tried to heal, I won't fade into your shadow. I walk the path you carved for me in the dust. Try to raise myself, but night swallow the trust. Every scar you gave me told its story loud, but I found strength behind the pain you vowed. You can kill what's alive. Rise above the breakdown, feel the pieces fly. You try to bury me in your tyrant sky. No more chains to hold me down. I stand and fight in the wreckage of your empire. I ignite. Your voice echoed lies to keep me small. You built the prison but forgot the wall. I crawled until I found the blade you dropped. Now your fortress is mine, and I'll never stop. This is my roving silence. When all doors were locked and the lights went out, I found the roar inside the whisper of doubt. I will shatter everything you show to the least your battle cry. Will shatter everything you show to the least your battle cry. Rise above the breakdown, feel the pieces fly. You try to bury me in your tyrant sky. No more chains to hold me down. I stand and fight in the wreckage of your empire. I ignite. This is the moment you forgot to fear. I am the storm in your final year. Rise above the breakdown, feel the pieces fly. You try to bury me in your tyrant sky. No more chains to hold me down. I stand and fight in the wreckage of your empire. I ignite. This is the moment you forgot to fear. I am the storm in your final year. I lost the shape of what I meant to be. I kept a list of every step I tried, marked the days I felt alive, counted all the moments I slipped and told myself it's fine. Built a tower out of promises I never learned to keep, held it close like something sacred till it crumbled under me. I chased the echo of approval from a world that couldn't care, trying to be seen by people who were barely even there. And every time I reached out for something real, it turned into dust in my air. I try to hold the world, but it slipped right through me. Running patience like an armor, but it rusted in the rain. Told myself that maybe tomorrow something gentle would remain. The cracks are getting louder than the voice I used to cope, and every time I try to mend them I unravel piece by piece. If I could take the weight off for a moment, would I still recognize myself? I try to hold the world, but it slipped right through me. Running like water I could never keep. I broke myself in half just to feel in control, but all I ever saved was what I couldn't hold. I kept giving parts of me away just to feel a little less alone. And now there's nothing left to give, and I don't know what makes a I try to hold the world, but it slipped right through me. Running like water I could never keep. I broke myself in half just to feel in control, but all I ever saved was what I couldn't I lost the shape of what I meant to be. You only call me when the ceiling starts to crack. Blue light bleeding on your bedroom walls. You drag my name through every missed call. You say I vanish when you come undone, but you forget the nights I bit my tongue. You paint me crooked in your private play. Sell all our history as proof I walked away. I kept my shaking it in just to keep you still. You kept your silence loaded like a pill. If I'm the monster in the story that you tell, why do I still feel the hurt as well? You say I'm wearing your enemy's face, blame every fracture on my name, but I was drowning in the weight you erased while you rehearsed how I take the blame. If I'm the villain that you need to sleep at night, then keep the crown. I'm done begging you to see me right. You love the chaos when it's not your own. Call it just feelings when I crumble alone. You hold my panic like a trophy in your hand, proof I wasn't stable like you planned. You twist confession into loaded proof, turn every tremor into solid truth. I took the fall so you could keep your throne. Now every bruise has got my name engraved in stone. If I'm so easy to replace inside your head, why am I the ghost beneath your bed? wasn't what you said. But every proof you wanted left me hollow in the end. Say I'm wearing your enemy's fate. Blame every fracture on my name, but I was drowning in the waves you erased while you rehearsed how I take the blame. If I'm the villain that you need to sleep at night, then write your ending. I won't live inside your life. See me when you need someone to hurt, and I'm done auditioning for your words. Traced a circle where my ribs divide, and called it home for everything I hide. You speak in little rituals I swore I left behind, lighting every weakness like a warning sign. You say my name like it's a vow you never meant, pulling on the strings of every failed attempt. You move just close enough to rearrange my pulse, turn my quiet breathing into something else. I know this pattern like a scar that never fades, but still I step inside the lines you've made. I feel you drawing constellations in my veins, every line another way to keep me chained. You are the ritual in my ribcage, dragging every heartbeat to the flame. I keep returning to the damage, just to hear you whisper out my name. I know I'm walking into something I can't cleanse, but I still feel like you can make me whole again. You pour your stories like a chalice to my mouth, bitter little truths dressed up as holy vows. You say you love the way I break, but never meant, a living monument to everything you can't defend. I dance around the edges of the things you won't confess. Your hands on my shoulders, your doubt on my chest. You call it fate when we collide. I step outside your circle, will there be anything of me left? You turn my faith into a car around my throat. Every hallelujah just demands I stay remote. If this is holy, why do I feel split in two? Why does every prayer begin with you? And the candles all burn through. If there's anything still breathing, I hope it doesn't answer when you move. You taste like neon on my lips at 3 a.m. A promise I keep breaking just to feel it again. I said I'd leave the night behind. I lied with a smile. Now the sunrise looks like corn and I'm on trial. I'm not in love. I'm just addicted to the moment. Keep my laughter in a pocket with the dust. Trade my calm for something louder than my trust. You call it freedom when it drags me by the sleeve. The next surprise when I can't even sleep. Your voice is sugar on a bruise I never show. I win for one night, then I pay what I owe. I watch my friends turn into silhouettes in the car while you turn every soft part into a scar. I don't know when fun became a fuse in my chest, but I'm shaking like a secret. Like neon on my lips at 3 a.m. A promise I keep breaking just to feel again. I said I'd leave the night behind. I lied with a smile. Now the sunrise looks like corn and I'm on trial. I'm not in love. I am just addicted to the moment. You say I'm living but I'm sprinting from my head. With the words I never said. I keep a cheap halo for the photos and the jokes, then cough up truth alone when everybody goes. I'm chasing a feeling that won't stay in one place. It slips through my hands and still I beg for a taste. You light up the room and I forget how to breathe, and I'm empty in the morning like I never believed. If I'm so free, why do I feel owned by the night? Why do I need you just to feel alive? You taste like neon on my lips at 3 a.m. A promise I keep breaking just to feel again. I said I'd leave the night behind. I lied with a smile. Now the sunrise looks like corn and I'm on trial. Stay with me. Stay with me. moment.